You are live. Hey, yo. What's up, everybody? This is your boy, Billy F. Gates, with This Is Your Fantasy Podcast. Man, we live. We back. I'm here with Paul, the Truth, and Negus. How you doing, brother? It's
Oh
just us
man,
two tonight.
hey man, where everybody at tonight? We supposed
I
to have a
don't
full
know,
crew.
man. We were. We were supposed to have a full crew. Now everybody's missing. That's some bullshit, but it's cool. Hey,
So
sounds good, though.
hey, does sound really good.
You can hear it?
It sure does, man. It sure does.
Yeah, I like that little pun. I see you. Nah, that's dope, bruh. Yeah, man. Tonight, we got intro to the no, sorry, not the intro to the pod. We got the NFL news tonight, man. We got some. Hey, did you see what Adam Schefter did?
I didn't see it.
Man, we'll talk about that right now in a minute. But we got the top 10 free agents. We got a head coach hot seat. This was supposed to be Jose's thing, and he's not even here. And then, you know what I'm saying? We got our early fantasy rankings, man. We doing some wide receivers and tight ends tonight, man. Tonight should be a fun show. But yeah, man, let's get right into this since nobody else is showing up. Aunt's sleeping and all the other good you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
but yeah, man, what's popping? What you got
What?
going on? How you been?
Tell me about that, Adam. I'm good, man. I want to talk. What's this Scheffler news that just happened, man? Let's get right into it.
Yeah, well, if you haven't heard, man, he was saying something like Lamar Lamar Jackson to the Commanders.
What?
Oh, look at us. We live on everything, bro. We over here on what is this called? We're on YouTube right now, bro. I like that.
Hey, shout out to YouTube.
For sure. All right, man. I just wanted to make sure we good. But yeah, no. Look at Fat Boys in the building. Turn your camera to the
Hey,
side, bro. What are you
yeah,
doing?
man. It makes him look a little slimmer that way. Come on, George. We all know that. You got to look a little slimmer that
He
way.
doesn't know, man. I keep
Ah,
telling your ass, bro. You have to get out of that Discord browser. But it's all good, man. How you doing tonight, Jose?
I'm doing great.
Oh, bro, you
oh,
sound like shit.
yikes, yo,
Yeah, I'm good, man.
yeah.
What?
I'm good.
Hey, take your AirPods off. We can't hear you. Your AirPods are horrible.
That's what happens when you buy them from the flea market, my boy. You know you got to make sure you go get the real brand. Don't be going over there and getting from little Felipe, my cousin. Oh yeah, way better,
Way better.
way better.
Bro, those AirPods make you sound like you're in a toilet. But yeah, man. All right. So Adam Schefter, I guess he was messing around or whatever, but he ended up saying that Lamar Jackson was going to the Washington Commanders in like a trade or something like that. I don't know. I heard it was a joke, but with Adam Schefter, man, you know, there's always some truth to that. How do you feel about Lamar going to the Commanders potentially, Paul?
Man, Lamar Jackson, just with I don't know, this is his real first year just being injured all year. I think the year before he missed a couple of games, but he's one of those running quarterbacks, man, that takes those extra hits because that's what he does. He that's what makes him great. Being able to run the football like he does. But the scary part is now he's getting a little bit older. All those shots start to add up. We kind of counted like a running back. It's like I don't know, man. The lifespan of a running quarterback, I don't know about that. But I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great quarterback. Washington's always been looking for a quarterback, and anything will help them out. And I mean, they got a good receiver out there, and actually they got a couple out there. I know Dotson's out there, and what's that other guy's name? Can't remember off the top of my head.
We got Scary Terry.
Scary Terry, yeah. So you got a couple of receivers he can throw the football to.
How do you forget who Scary Terry is?
Oh man, I mean I'll never draft him, so that's how you know. He never has a quarterback to throw in the football, so I usually don't put him on my board.
But he still be showing out though.
He's a good flex.
Definitely a good flex. What about you, Jose? What do you think about Lamar potentially going over there?
I mean, obviously, we all know he's a dynamic quarterback, and he got a lot of weapons over there if he were to go there. Um, Especially with the receiving core, something he doesn't really have or even had when he's with the Ravens, or is with the Ravens currently still. But I think if he does get traded, they're gonna have to give up not only picks but some players too, and that might be Scary Terry or a Dotson, you know, or somebody on defense. I mean, I can see a Chase Young going, in a swap
Oh
with some
heck no.
picks.
Mm-mm.
Hey, I'm just they got to pay Chase Young too eventually.
Yeah.
So hey, you want a dynamic quarterback? I mean, someone who doesn't have 23 lawsuits against them. I mean,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
gotta
but
do what you gotta do.
they ain't got nobody else to pay though. I mean, other than Scary Terry, who and Williams, who else are they paying? That's it.
Yeah, but he's gonna want 50 million. That's
I,
what 30% of the 40% of the roster.
I guess. I
Easily.
mean,
Who else do they got over there? I thought they had a couple other people over there.
like big names.
Yeah. What's his name? That went from Carolina over there.
Carolina. I don't know what
Oh
you're
no,
talking
he was
about.
nobody. Some of the receivers.
Curtis Samuel. I couldn't remember his name for a second.
He ain't a top player. I mean, he ain't making big money. I mean, he's a good wide receiver too. And then with Dotson over there too. I mean, I think he's a wide receiver too. Also, I mean, they got, like Jose said, they got some good receivers. Something that Lamar would never that's never had really as a quarterback. So that's something to look at.
Yeah. So with Lamar Jackson doing this whole thing himself, man, do you think that really hurt him? With him supposed to get a big contract, trying to bet on himself, getting injured last season, didn't really like do anything towards the end of the season, and you think that hurt him, Jose?
To be honest, not really. I mean, we all know what he can do. We've seen it. Dude's won an MVP in his second year. So I mean, I don't know how much more he got to show. I mean, yeah, he can't prevent injuries. I mean, obviously he's a dual threat quarterback. I mean, it's not like he missed a whole season. I mean, yeah, he missed I think maybe 5-6 games this year, but
Yeah.
that was probably on purpose. I mean, he got him to a good record. He missed enough games, and they still made the playoffs. But he wasn't going to risk injury anymore or further his career. He wanted to get paid. He wants to get paid. Yeah, we've all seen it. You go out there for one play on some turf, and there goes your knee.
Alex Smith.
Man, we can name trillion
I used
quarterbacks.
to hate that guy,
Alex Smith?
bro.
What's wrong with Alex Smith?
Bro, what do you mean? 7 years? Oh my God, he was so fucking horrible. It
Man.
was until Harbaugh came that he turned everything around. I hated Alex Smith,
Alex
bro.
Smith, nothing wrong with Alex Smith. I mean, you guys could have Aaron Rodgers. I mean, Alex
Who
Smith,
would
you
you
guys took
rather have, Alex Smith or Derek Carr?
Alex Smith.
You're lying. Not those first 7 years. Not how he played those first seven.
Yeah, I
You're
mean,
lying to yourself.
he
Don't
didn't
lie to
have
yourself.
he didn't have the coaching, man. I mean, look what happens when he finally got the coaching. He
Derek
came
Carr
up. He
hasn't
came.
had that kind of coaching, and look at how he's played. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. I'm just hoping Derek Carr goes over there and just becomes the same guy we always thought that he is, and just does what he normally does, which I think is going to happen.
Where's he going? I know he's on the list as a top 10.
Yeah, there's a couple things. We'll get into that once we talk about the top 10. I know he's on there, top 12 or whatever free agents we got going on for
Yeah, don't.
fantasy.
However many we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. NFL news. I'll let you go ahead since you did all the work, sir. Go ahead, talk about it.
Well, it's for the stuff from the past week. None of it's like breaking news, but we could talk about Evan Ingram was the latest one that I seen was looks like the Jags are expected to franchise tag him, which is awesome news for Jacksonville because I mean he had an awesome end of the year last year for those guys, and Trevor Lawrence was just finding that guy just every other play, man. I felt like he was getting the ball. The targets were there for him. And then that offense is just going to get even better with Calvin Ridley coming. So, I mean, that's pretty good news for Jaguars fans and Trevor Lawrence.
You got Calvin Ridley coming, and then you got another potential one. I don't see him on your list. You didn't add him to the list, but this potential one from Arizona, he's talking about it. He says that he wants to play with either Jacksonville or the San Diego Chargers next season.
See, he has to get traded. He's not a free agent. He has to get traded, though. right?
'Cause, yeah, I thought he was getting released.
No, he hasn't been. He's not on the list. Are you talking about Hopkins, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he has to get traded. He's still under contract.
Is he?
Yeah, so there's no,
Uh,
or else he'd be the straight number one guy. I think if Hopkins is available.
He for sure ain't getting released. And 31 other teams will trade for him before
Yeah,
he gets released.
you're gonna get something out of him. I'm telling you that right now.
oh, he got a year left anyway on the contract.
Yeah, see that's a whole nother thing. They got to trade for him.
Yeah, but my bad. I'm over here thinking that he was a free agent.
Mm-mm.
I
Yeah,
didn't realize he had one more year. It's all
yeah.
good.
So what do you think about that? Evan Ingram there, Jose? Good fit, right? Stay in the system another year.
You said key word system. I mean, look at all the weapons that I don't want to say weapons, but everybody that the quarterback threw to. I mean, bunch of Christian Kirk, who was Zay Jones. I mean, these are like nobody's really. I mean, yeah, they obviously showed they were great this year, or
Christian
pretty
Kirk
good.
to nobody. That nobody got paid.
Yeah, he did get paid. Yeah,
But when he was on Arizona, he wasn't doing nothing. So
the deep ball, I guess.
hey, like Paul said, the system they got, man, a bunch of nobody's coming together and they're making it work. I think the first one of the top 3 or 4 fantasy players, and a lot of those guys became pretty relevant in that system. So
Yeah.
I mean,
like Christian Kirk he's honestly, what was he? I think he ended at least at a wide receiver 2. He was or close to 1 actually. If you really look at it, I mean, he was putting up some numbers at some points. Maybe a low end 1. I'm not saying he's a top receiver, but he's been that mix for a wide receiver 1/wide receiver 2. And then Zay Jones, I mean, he's a flex. I would love to have him as a flex. I mean, because he had those games where he just kind of shot out of a rocket. I think he had a 3 touchdown game in one of them. So
he bounced around though for a while. To Jose's point though, a lot of these guys like they were on multiple teams before, but minus Christian Kirk, who was with Arizona. But you got Evan Ingram, who was already with the Giants, and everybody thought his career was in the dumps. Obviously,
I know you did.
I sure did.
Yeah.
he ends up in Jacksonville. Next thing you know, this guy's playing like damn near Gronkowski style. Like
yeah,
he became a big
balling.
time tight end. Yeah,
he was balling.
When they had their little run, at the end of the season, they all balled out. The little, nice little, winning streak they had, they all performed. I think Ingram was like what behind Kelsey and Kittle and Andrews. He was. I mean, obviously there wasn't that many tight ends, but he was number 4, and probably even maybe top 2 at the time if the other guys were performing.
Yeah, but he literally shot out from like being a outside of top 15 tight end to jumping into almost a top 5 tight end, like looking into like next year. Like after your top tight ends are gone, I'm looking at Evan Ingram already because we know what he did at the end of the last season. So his fantasy value just skyrocketed just because of the end of last season. In my eyes, I don't know about you, but it's exactly what I like to see.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It did shoot up, but I don't know. Do you
Here we go
have
the
same production value that he did last season, next season? Every season's different, man. Look at how
keep that same energy in the draft. Keep that same energy in the draft.
Hey, right now he's tied at number 4. But like I said, behind the 3 guys right now, tied at number 4. So wherever you draft him, that's up to you. But we know he's tied at number 4 right now.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, dude.
I mean, it's slim picking out there for the tight ends, but I'm just saying, man. I don't know.
You want to draft Ingram round 4 or 5? Round, I'm not gonna hate on nobody. There's not that many tight ends after that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. But that's what happens. I mean, that's kind of like what happened with me and Jalen Hurts. I mean, he had a good end of the year, but he still kind of ended up going low, and then he ended up having a good year. That's what I'm hoping for, something like that to happen for Ingram next season. So we'll go with that. We'll just keep it moving. Some more NFL news. There's a lot of talk about the Bears with that number 1 pick. I don't know I don't know, Jose. What you think? Is that pick getting traded?
I don't think it will, only because they all know that they're not going to take a quarterback. So I mean, well, who are they going to trade to? People underneath you are just going to just wait for you to pick who you got and then just trickle down anyways. They're not going to. They're not baiting nobody. They're not going to. I mean, well, who are they going to do with it besides pick the top player available? I mean, besides the quarterback.
Yeah, try to get some draft capital out of it, or I mean, if there's somebody that really wants it, I'm trying to leap over somebody, but I don't see it.
Not for any of the names that are up there. I mean, no one stood out as far as quarterback wise. I mean, if you're going to trade up in the top 3-4 picks, it's for a quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, nobody in the draft is not, as far as this year is worth it. Trading up and giving up all that capital.
True that. Yeah, Billy.
Man, I think they keep it. I don't think they're trading. Think they're gonna keep it. Probably go get themselves some help on that offensive line. There are some good linemen out there, like top 10 talent. Been seeing it all. I know that one of the talent out there really messed up, wanted by police. I forgot what his name was, but
Yeah, I saw that. Hey, I
Yeah.
heard he's back at the combine already.
yeah, man, you never know.
He got bailed out within a couple hours and flew
Yeah,
right to the.
it flew right back to the combine. Everybody looked at him like, "Whoa, okay."
Look at this. What's up, George? What's up, Jose? What's up, Raider Nation? Alex Smith over Carr, really? And Carr going to bring his losing ways to the next team. Why is that, you ask? Carr is scared to get hit. Yes, that pick is getting traded. They're going to get weapons for the QB. That pick is being traded. Raiders trading up. Get out of
I
here.
think Billy got a good point though with the Bears on. I think they do need an offensive lineman. I mean, 'cause I remember all those memes that we saw with Justin Fields facing the ground. I mean, you got to get that guy some protection, man. You got to. If you don't protect that guy, he's gonna be hurt by the end of his third year, and he's gonna be probably maybe even out the league. Like I was just talking about those running quarterbacks. They're technically running backs, and we all know the lifespan of those. They're not too long. Ask Zeke. So
Not at all.
Okay, but look, if they do trade the pick, it's not going to be no 3 first-round picks and a third, and it'll probably be for some random stuff. I mean, if they're still in the top 5, they're not going to really trip. I mean, there's nobody up there for that status of a pick.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because like if you look at it like Houston or whoever's behind Houston, I think Houston doesn't really matter. Within those 3 picks, they're gonna get one of those 3 quarterbacks. I don't know how if they like one, more than another, like Levy or who's the guy from it was the Alabama, right? Is it Bryce Young?
Yeah, Bryce Young.
So,
But ain't he talking to the Raiders?
They're all talking to the Raiders, man. We got the guy from Florida talking to the Raiders, and I heard he's the next Jamarcus Russell. So I mean, I don't know what's going on.
You mean sipping lean and not playing football? Sorry.
I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what the Raiders. I have no faith in the Raiders scout team. So if it was me, I would say let's trade our first 2 rounds and get something good out of it. Just kind of like how we did with Devontae, man. We hit on that pick when we traded, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the Bears need help at offensive line, man, and I think that's what they should do with it. Unless they could get some draft capital, but I don't see that happen.
I do like what Charlie said. Charlie did say that you can get a lineman at pick 5 to 7, but
But it's all about who's gonna give up those picks, like Jose said. I mean, nobody needs to move up. I don't think so.
I don't. To be honest, in this draft, I don't think we're gonna see a lot of trades happen in 1 through 10 at least.
Yeah.
I think everybody's going to be staying put. They're going to get who they want. They don't have to, because when you trade up, you have to get rid of a lot. Like
for number 1, yeah.
For a number 1, even top 3 or top 3 don't matter. Look at what the 49ers had to give up for Trey Lance, and that was the second pick, third pick. We gave up a lot of first rounds just for that. So yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes
man.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not. In other news, we got some very big fantasy players that got released this week. and Marcus Mariota has been released from the Atlanta Falcons. When I know everybody's gonna be hurting there.
What?
Um,
That's unbelievable.
Carson Wentz is also another bummer. I know a lot of people are hurt on that one.
What?
So, yeah, Carson Wentz.
Why would you release him?
I know. And Kenny Golladay, last but not least, Kenny Golladay. I know he's on a lot of people's radars this season, but he got released earlier this week. So we're gonna be without these three top fantasy players, without a team right now, and hopefully should be expected to get picked up by another team later on. But what do you guys think? All three of those guys.
That's
anybody
a bad day in NFL, bro.
Gonna join the Rams and play with Stafford again. He gonna make him relevant again. That's the last time you heard that man's name.
That's true.
Yeah, he went to the Giants and robbed them. I don't even know if the guy had a touchdown. He probably had 20 catches the whole time he was there. That's the over-under is 20.
Hey, 10 catches. He had been there for 2 seasons, right? It's good. 2 seasons. I'm gonna have to pull that up for probably the next podcast or something, man.
I think over-under 20 catches.
I got you right now. Hold on.
Hey, there's no way. Hey, Jose, over-under 2 touchdowns in 2 years.
No touchdown.
No touchdowns in 2 years?
Let's do this.
No touchdown.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold on. I got you guys. Hold on 1 second. I got you guys. 1 second. 1 second. We gonna do this.
He's got at least one. He's got at least one. In 2 years, he's got one. At least.
0.
Which one are we doing?
He probably got one. He better have one.
Gotta make sure that what I'm saying,
Oh yeah, there we go.
Here we go. 2002, 1 touchdown.
Yes. My boy.
2021, 0 touchdowns.
Hey, he got one. 2 seasons. Hey,
bro,
that's a $45 million touchdown, my boy.
Bro, look at his yards. 6 receptions, 81 yards on the season, bro. Ain't no way, boy.
God.
What about last year?
Ain't no way. Last year he had 521 yards, 37 receptions, and 0 touchdowns.
So the guy had 42 catches, 43 catches?
He had under a 600 yard. Damn, under. Oh no, he had a little over 600 yards in the last 2 seasons.
My boy.
Hey, that's the finesse of the past couple years.
Hey, he's still 29 years old, man. He's gonna find a home with somebody, man. He's gonna find a home with somebody.
I don't know. We got a couple comments here, man. Let's see. Terrible. Oh, we can show them. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now. We got Charlie saying PG3. I think he might be hurt. Paul, let me hear you yell Raiders.
No, we gonna get into that. Raiders.
Only a Raider fan would yell for another man. That's crazy.
Man. Anytime.
Oh man, but I'm telling you, man, it's a sad day for football fans, man. When Kenny Golladay, Marcus Mariota, and Carson Wentz get released. Yeah. Carson Wentz took the Philadelphians to the
playoffs.
To the Super Bowl. Oh no, to the playoffs.
Into the playoffs, and then
Foles took him all the way.
Yeah, Foles took him all the way.
Foles took him 3 games. Wasn't it 3 games?
Those were 3 important games, my boy. I mean, damn. Give my boy some credit.
If it wasn't for Carson Wentz, I don't think Nick Foles would have been able to do that from the beginning of the season.
Okay, cool. I mean, sure, no problem. You gave the keys right back to Carson Wentz. And that dude just drove it right into the river and said, "You know what? I'm done." He didn't do anything.
The whatchamacallit is really crazy. Those injuries are really crazy sometimes.
Man, I mean, those are part of the game, but still, my boy, he's just had bad luck, man, and he just hasn't just been the same since that 1 year. Kind of reminds me of Derek Carr. Ever since he got hurt. But that's another sad story. And that's all we got for fantasy. For NFL news.
That's it.
That's it. That's all we got. Those are the main bullet points.
I feel it.
We can jump into some top free agents if you're ready to go, man.
We're ready to go. We're doing the top 10 right now or what?
Let's do it.
Top 10 free agents, baby. Are you guys ready for this? I'm ready for this, man.
Let's go, man.
All right, man. Jose, do you got the one note?
Go ahead. I ain't got it, but go ahead.
Hey, send him the top 10 free agents at least.
Don't worry about it. Just go ahead. I got it. Let's go. Go. Go.
He's got it. No, look, he cut him some slack.
Who's your number one, Paul? On this
out of these,
out
right
of
here?
these on this list, yeah.
Well, obviously it's Lamar Jackson if he doesn't get franchise tagged, and if he gets franchise tagged, I'm hearing he's not going to want to play that season, and he's going to hold out all the yada yada yada. You know how the big stars do it because it's they want to get paid, especially these guys want to get paid right off the bat, and make that big money, especially Lamar Jackson. Come on, what's the going rate for a quarterback of his caliber right now with the MVPs locked in there? We're talking a little bit less than like a Pat Mahomes deal, right?
Yeah.
And that guy made like almost 400, 10 year. What is a crazy deal? 8-year deal or something like that. So I don't know, man. Honestly, he's not. I wouldn't want to pay if he was on going to my team. I don't want to pay that. That's all your money. Look at Dak Prescott making $50 million.
Are you comparing Dak Prescott to Lamar Jackson?
I'm comparing his money. I'm not comparing the player. Now if Lamar Jackson is upset, with the team, like, I understand he doesn't have the receivers to throw the football to, right? But if you're getting all this money, how can the team get you receivers to help you be great or at least good? I think, man, quarterbacks, I get it, they're a big part of the game, but man, they're so way overpaid, man. Just way overpaid.
But you look at where we are now, though. We're in 2023. Everything is just going up. You got to remember that. Look at basketball. Same thing with basketball. You're getting all these crazy ass contracts. You're getting these 5-year deals that's worth $100 million now. Like, we're in a different time. I mean, this take the NFL like what 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You ain't seeing quarterbacks get this kind of money. It's only now. That's just what's happening. It's inflation. It's gonna keep going up every year.
How many times have you seen Tom Brady make a $100 million contract, $200 million contract? Never. You know why? Because he understood the difference between having, I'm still getting paid a lot. And he was at that time the best quarterback in the game, in his prime, and he still wasn't the number one paid quarterback, though. You know what I mean? So it's all on the players. Look, all the players, I get it. Hey, I'm good. I want my money. I want it now. All right. Get paid, and then you just can't think that, hey, if I get paid, what about the team?
Yeah,
it's so much it's to think about. The GMs, got so much work to do. You only got so much in the cap. Oh man, I love Lamar Jackson, but he ain't Pat Mahomes money for me, and I'm kind of getting off topic, but
I agree with that though.
Yeah, but he's honestly the number one free agent in my mind. And in my eyes, and when I was looking it up, the landing spots for him are to go back to the Ravens on if they can get a deal done or if they franchise tag him. Another source, the Atlanta Falcons. I know they got a rookie quarterback, and I'm pretty sure he's not ready to go yet. And the other one was the Raiders that they were talking about, which I hope he does not go to, because like I just said, we're going to put too much money into a quarterback when our defense just plain out sucked. So, you can't win games without no defense for sure. But yeah, that's my number one guy, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson. My number one is Saquon, bro. He's going to get paid. Oh, yeah. He just had a crazy year. He's back after this little ACL. Man, I feel like he's more valuable now than Lamar Jackson is to a team. Mm-hmm. You get a Saquon, if you got an already established running back. And I like Josh Jacobs too, but I feel like Saquon's better. And I already know that Saquon wants to go back to the Giants, but let's just say, like, I see that he has the Bills, and you got the Bills and the Dolphins up there as some the potential teams. If he goes to either one of those teams, bro, like instant playoff like favorites. They're going to be super contenders, especially if he goes to the Bills. Bro, that's all the Bills are missing is a running back, a legitimate running back.
Take that heat off Josh Allen, though.
Oh my God. If that were to happen, that's unfair, bro. Bills are literally number one. Like,
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
crazy. Can you imagine? Hey, Josh Allen hand the ball off, goes for 60 yards. That's all I had to do was hand it off. Like that never happens for him. Yeah, man, it'd be pretty crazy see him in Buffalo.
Yeah, it would be some wild shit. What about you, Jose? Who's your number one free agent?
I'm gonna say you guys aren't wrong at all. Both of those, they're A1 and AB. It sucks because they're not true free agents, you know. So either I don't think the Giants are gonna franchise Saquon, but I think the Ravens are gonna control where Lamar goes because they don't want capital back for sure. Obviously, he's a quarterback. No, the tricky part with Lamar is he wasn't concerned about the money as how much. He just wanted guaranteed. He wanted what Watson got. He wanted everything guaranteed. And I think it's understandable because he is a dual threat quarterback. So whether you offer him 130 million total, he wasn't worried, but he wants it all guaranteed.
Yeah.
So I think that was I think the Ravens offered him 130 million. I think or 200 something million, 130 million guaranteed, but he wants it all guaranteed. So whether it be, he's got to up the price and make it all guaranteed. If you have to franchise them, at least do it, 2-3 year contract then, 150 million, whatever.
All guaranteed.
All guaranteed. If you have to, guarantee it anyways, just do a short amount of years.
Yeah.
And like Paul was saying with the quarterbacks, their prices are getting astronomical, man. Just 4 years ago, Jimmy G, when we acquired him, the Niners, he was the highest paid quarterback. People going crazy at 27 million. That was 4 years ago, and it's damn near doubled. What was Rodgers making this year? I think 60 or 50 easily.
Yeah, that's why I said it's going up. That's what I'm saying.
And it's going to be a point where it's going to have to be capped off at something. At 4 years, it's doubled.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. You guys remember when the rookie pay scale when they got drafted? It was crazy. And it was, I forget what the amount was, but every year each person got more and more. And
you
more
mean
and more.
when Jamarcus Russell robbed us and got paid all that money as the number one pick, and they had to cap it after like a year or two after that?
We lost them.
But like Jose was saying, I think Bradford was the last person that got drafted without the rookie cap, because they could negotiate a contract whatever they wanted, which was crazy for a rookie coming out and not even playing one NFL game. And then the guy's like, okay, well, we're gonna make you a contract, but you have no NFL experience yet, but we're gonna give you $100 million. Like, he hasn't even touched the field yet. Like, how are you gonna give this rookie $100 million without anything? But yeah, I mean, they put the cap.
Yeah,
like they said, they put a cap on the rookie.
Yeah, we hear you.
They put a cap on the rookies. They got to put a cap on it, man. It's getting out of hand. My boy Zeke's making $20 million for 600 yards. Come on, man. I don't know, man. Oh, Jose's frozen over here.
Is he frozen?
Yeah, he's frozen.
What is going on?
Oh,
he got that low budget internet over there, huh?
Still on that cricket. We can hear him though. Yeah. So yeah, cap. I think a cap would be nice, man.
But yeah, back to the topic with Lamar and Saquon. So those would be 1A and 1B, huh? In any order.
Yeah, I think those two are just
the ones that stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
And then I would say close behind that for me is man, this is kind of hard, but you got Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, and a Dalton Schultz for me.
Okay, let's take that step back. If you have no running back on your team, which one are you taking, Josh Jacobs or Tony Pollard?
That depends
And hey, no money,
on.
no money involved. You just, I mean, they're two different type running backs. You
Yeah,
know,
that's why I
Pollard.
said it really depends on the scheme of my offense. So for the teams that you got, Seattle, Tampa Bay, Carolina, for sorry, I'm tripping. For Dallas, Tampa Bay, and Los Angeles for Tony Pollard. Um, Tony obviously still works for Dallas. No,
Mm-hmm.
like he's gonna take if he stays in Dallas, he takes number one running back spot. Uh, uh, already Tampa Bay. He's just gonna go if he does leave Dallas to go to Tampa Bay, he's just going for the money. He's not going for anything else, no accolades, anything like that. Because there ain't shit in Tampa Bay, but a losing
That's a
season
whole,
coming up.
it's
You know what I'm
a
saying?
whole scratch.
Now, if he goes to out to Los Angeles Rams,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna have to split the carries. I
I
mean,
don't know.
he's already doing that now. I mean, I don't know. And then with Josh Jacobs, he's just the number one. I would take Josh Jacobs because he can literally go anywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like you can put him in any possible offense, and he's a downhill running back. Tony Pollard is more elusive. He has to cut to the outside. He has to do little things. He needs blockers in front of him. Josh Jacobs can run the ball. He's hard nosed.
Yeah.
Bam, hits that middle, and he's gone.
He's
You know what
falling
I'm saying?
forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like Josh Jacobs is good. He can go anywhere, play for anybody, and he's gonna do good. As for Tony, it's a scheme.
Yeah, Tony Pollard's got to stay in Dallas, man. Zeke's got to take some kind of pay cut or something to get that fixed. Reports were like, I guess Tony Pollard was gonna get franchise tagged, or they're still talking about it. So I don't know, man. Yeah, you're right. I mean, two different type of running backs depends on the scheme. Yeah, those guys, they're two great running backs. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it just really depends. For Tony, if Tony Pollard fits your scheme, I would say that you can probably feel okay with taking him over a Josh Jacobs. But if he doesn't, you're going to need a hard nosed running back,
Yeah.
no matter what, guaranteed 100% of the time. Boom,
Mhm.
that's the man, and that's only if Las Vegas doesn't decide to franchise tag him.
Yeah, that's another thing that's going on. A lot of these franchise tags are going out there, man, and I can see it with especially with running backs getting franchise tag. Go to year. I think you can only do it up to 2 years franchise tag. So after that, that's like his. I want to say the year of the running backs when they started going downhill on touches. So I know he wants to stay away from that, and he wants his guaranteed money when it's all said and done.
Everybody wants the guaranteed, bro.
Hey, shit, I want my guaranteed money.
I feel it. I
Yeah.
feel it. But the good old Uncle Sam decides to take all my guarantees.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why all these players need to go to Vegas. You know what I mean?
All right, man.
Jose good now?
Oh yeah, Jose, are you good over there?
You got the iPad now.
All
Sheesh.
right.
Yeah. Oh, the iPad works for you now?
A little technical difficulty.
Oh, his daughter. Hey, your daughter gave you the password finally, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. And so after
What
those
is
two,
that?
you were talking about Dalton Schultz after that, right?
Yeah, Dalton Schultz, man. Just like so
Cricket
I
hitter,
know how you
okay.
I know how you were talking about Evan Ingram a little bit earlier, right? He's expected to get franchise tag.
Yeah, he's expected.
I feel like Dalton Schultz is he's probably coming into his last couple years, so I feel like you can probably squeeze out maybe 1 to 2 good seasons with him. Like maybe at least one season. So if you get him on a good deal for 1 year, I feel like he is valuable enough to help your team out. He's a big target in the end zone. He's always there for Dak. He makes Dak a little bit better. So I'm just saying.
So what happens to Dak without him?
What happens to Dak without him? Man, that's he's gonna have to rely on on his arm, I guess, to try to get it to other people. I have no idea. I don't know, man. Dak was a good quarterback at one point, and then it just went all downhill. And then he broke his ankle, and then it just went even worse.
It happens.
But I feel like Dalton Schultz could help a team out.
So what do you think of those landing spots for him?
What we got? We got the Panthers, the Colts, and the Commanders. If he goes to the Panthers or the Commanders, that's a waste. The Colts, especially with what I'm hearing rumors about potentially getting Derek Carr, getting just a better quarterback over there. I could see a Derek Carr and a Dalton Schultz situation for at least one season. Boy, that would be pretty nice, especially with
Pittman.
Yeah, there you go, Pittman, and then you got the running back. I'm just saying,
Jonathan Taylor,
Dalton Schultz, Derek Carr. I mean, it's a potential. It's a potential for possibly making.
That's a whole brand new team.
Possibly making it to the playoffs. I'm just turning it around a little bit. I'm just saying, man. That's pretty fucking. That'd be pretty nice.
So that's how you buy a brand. That's how you buy a playoff team, huh?
Yeah, like on the cheap too.
Yeah. Well, not too cheap. I mean, Derek Carr. You hear what Derek Carr's asking?
Nah.
Oh my God. Like,
so he's gonna sit out.
He wants like $35 million a year, something like that, or it was like close to 30. I don't know, man. These quarterbacks are insane. It's just ridiculous.
You don't think he's worth it?
Hey, that's somebody else's problem, man. What did Jose say?
I don't know.
They paying a lot of his top.
What did you say, Cricket?
Look at your boy Aaron Rodgers didn't make the playoffs. He's getting paid $50 million. Dak made the playoffs. He's getting paid $46 million. Led the league in interceptions.
Man, all this money talk, man. Just this NFL just they gotta find a solution for this.
Yeah, no, but that's my next. That's probably just off of the list that we got, man. It'd be Josh Jacobs. That'd be like the second tier for me.
So you're going. It'd be like Lamar Jackson, Saquon, Tony Pollard, Josh Jacobs, and Dalton Schultz. That's your five right there.
Tier. Yeah, that's the first two tiers.
Tier one, right there.
Yeah.
Now we're going into tier 2 now. Okay. The top available receiver is Jacoby Myers.
Woo! So, are you sure? Are you sure it's not Kenny?
Or Kenny Golladay? I mean, I don't know who you'd rather choose. I don't know who you all choose, man. So I don't know, man. When I looked at it, Jacoby Myers was the top available free agent. You know, it's the slim pickings in receivers this year. So
every year.
Yeah, you're not really gonna find one of those receivers that are just like that become available. You know, it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, Jacoby Myers is solid. I mean, he's a decent receiver. He's not bad. I mean, he had Mac Jones throwing him the football. I mean, he's not a great quarterback. He's a good quarterback, maybe, but he's not considered in the great.
Nah, he's not a great quarterback at all.
So, I mean, Jacoby Myers, you got some landing spots. Put him in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers once he comes back. I mean,
Aaron Rodgers ain't coming back to the Green Bay Packers.
We'll put him with the Giants with, I don't know if Daniel Dimes is coming back.
All of those teams look horrible, bro.
Those are the landing spots, man.
I'm just saying. So you could those three are just Packers, Giants, Texans. No A-Rod in
no quarterback in any of them.
You got Jordan Love.
Come on, man. Hey, you gonna tell me Buddy Love? You gonna tell me Buddy Love gonna be throwing him the football over there, man?
No. Yeah, you know me. I'm just BSing. I'm just.
My boy said Buddy Love.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's just jokes, man.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, slim pickings there, man. I don't know, man. Your boy Geno Smith is on this list too.
But he's not one of those top tiers. He's gonna stay. I think I called this out like through 3-4 weeks ago when we were before the break. Gino has to stay in Seattle to
Mhm.
stay relevant. If he leaves, he's not going to be able to do what he just did this past season, bro. Ain't no
Mhm.
way.
Yeah.
He has to stay with Seattle. Going to Tampa Bay, no. Going to Carolina, no. It's better for him to stay where he's at, stay put, be smart. Don't you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's I feel like he's still more bottom tier. He's not up for discussion yet, man. I don't think you know what I'm saying.
Okay. So you got Jimmy G and Derek Carr ranked above him.
I got Jimmy G and Gino on the same level. Probably Jimmy G a little bit less than Gino.
So what? Okay. So what about Derek Carr? Do you have him above him?
Oh yeah.
Or okay. So okay. So you're going into the Derek Carr, Jimmy G, then
All right,
Gino.
because you got to think about it like this. Geno Smith has been in that same system for 3 years, right? And that's how he was so good after Russell left. He's been in that same. He's a system quarterback.
Hmm.
Said it. I said it all season. System quarterback. That system works. He stays there. He's good to go. Derek Carr has been in multiple systems, like multiple years. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be good wherever he goes. Minus the throw, as long as he doesn't throw interceptions or anything like that. I feel like wherever Derek Carr goes, he's going to be able to adapt. Maybe not next season, but the season prior. And as long as it's the same coach, same system, he'll be good.
Look, man. Derek Carr's he has had as many he has as many coaches as I had algebra teachers in high school, man. Look, I've had 4 different algebra teachers. I still couldn't learn it. I get it. You know what I mean? But my thing is, I, he's got the tools. I mean, when you look at Derek Carr throwing the football, man, he doesn't have an arm, man. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Like he's okay with that short yardage stuff, but I don't. When you see him go deep, like there was a couple plays last season when he was trying to throw deep to Devontae. Did you see Devontae has to wait for that football to get to him? Like that's a big deal, man. That's a big deal.
That's true. But also Jimmy G can't throw a deep ball for shit.
I guess. I don't know how Jimmy G's arm is, but I don't. I mean, all those quarterbacks are
Yeah.
middle of the pack, but none of them are elite. They're all game managers, game managing quarterbacks.
Yeah. I agree.
What'd you think,
And
Jose? Would you agree with that? Game managed quarterbacks around those 3 quarterbacks? I think we lost him again.
oh man. His internet is acting up. But Jaguars, just to answer your comment, man, or your question, I just want to say it's your preference, bro. It doesn't matter if you want to jump on YouTube, if you want to be on Twitch. We just got it out everywhere for whoever wants to be wherever they want to be. So YouTube, Twitch don't matter to us, man. We just want you watching and engaging and having fun, man. Because we just talking football, man. We having a little bit of fun tonight.
Yeah, I think Charlie said something also. Why are we just picking offense? We're kind of just going with like fantasy free agents. So I mean, yeah, I kind of skipped the defense just because like it's not really kind of what we're talking about. So we just kind of just stick with the fantasy guys and kind of see where they're moving and kind of get people's mindset on like, oh, if Dalton Schultz goes to like a Colts with Derek Carr, fantasy value just driving up, or if he's his stalker's rising. So that's the whole intake about why
Yeah,
we're just doing offense.
it's a fantasy football podcast, Charlie. Just saying, man. This ain't.
Yeah, I
This
mean, we
ain't.
can talk
This
about
ain't.
Bradbury. We can talk about Hargrave. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, they're top free agents. I get it. But yeah, fantasy. We're just focused on fantasy. That's all.
That'll be the other podcast, man. That'll be the one that me and Jose are doing.
Yeah.
So Jose is out. He said that his internet is caca, so it's just us, Paul.
All right. Well, now that we trim the fat, let's just keep moving
That
on.
was a lot of fat to trim, bro. Yo, I gotta stop fat shaming, bro. We gonna get canceled. My fault. Who we got on this list, man?
Daniel Jones. I mean, we get there's a whole bunch of quarterbacks that are free agents this year,
Who?
man.
Daniel Jones. Oh man.
Your boy Danny Dimes was next on the list. Danny Dimes, man. Danny Dimes. Let's just start off straight off to the landing spots when I looked it up. Tennessee, Atlanta, and I hope not Las Vegas. So he's crap to me, man.
He might be able to take you guys to the playoffs, bro.
Stop it, man. I don't even want to hear that.
I'm
I
just
don't even want to
saying.
hear that.
I'm just saying. Would you rather? All right, who would you rather have? Let me put this. Would you rather have Jimmy G or or Daniel Jones? Which one? If you had to pick, if it was just between those two,
Can I go with a rookie? Can I draft a rookie in the third round and go with that instead? I'll take somebody I don't even heard of. I mean, come on, man. I'd rather let that rookie play for a whole season and try that. Come on, man. You gonna put me up against the wall with those two quarterbacks? Jeez. Oh man,
got a
I
lot
guess
of
I'm
ju-
I guess
yeah.
I'm I guess I'm a Battlehawks fan for the XFL now for another season. Jeez. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. That's rough. I
It's not. I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy G's not bad, bro. I mean, look at what he did with the Niners. Yeah, he's not. He's not flashy. That's the thing. He's not flashy. It's okay. We know he ain't got a deep ball like that. So, I think the timing kind of would be off between him and Devontae. But I mean, they would have to really focus around throwing those short passes. I think they would have to be more like West Coast offense. Hold on, I gotta see this.
well, hey, look what hey Charlie had me. You got me weak. My boy tripped on the sunflower seeds on the way to the end zone. Come on, man. Yo, come on, man. Like that. I couldn't do it. They were all talking. Oh, look how fast he was running, and he tripped over his own shoelace. Come on, you
Bro,
can't even do it.
I'm just saying, you got Jimmy. If you got those two, I'm going. If I'm a Raider fan, I'm taking Jimmy G over Daniel Jones. If I had to, like, if I was like in that position, that's who I'm taking.
If we're taking Jimmy G, man, it's got to be on a 1-year deal, and we only want.
I don't think
We have
that.
to.
I
We
don't
have to
think
have
Jimmy's
something that's
getting a
a
big
rookie.
contract.
I want a rookie to groom or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go through this free agent, BS. You know what I mean? We've done that. I mean, we only got lucky one time, and that was Rich Gannon. We've been doing this free agency. Aaron Brooks. You know what I mean? How did that happen? That was crap. You know what I mean? Kerry Collins back in the day. Come on, are you kidding me? Like,
You didn't like Kerry Collins when he was on
come
the
on, man,
Raiders?
stop it. Come on, man.
Hey, was that when you guys were getting blacked out on TV?
Carson Palmer. I mean, we're just bringing these guys in. Like
After the prime, too, bro.
Carson Palmer. I mean, the list goes on, man. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It just wasn't. It just wasn't it. Jason Campbell. Like, come on. You want me to keep going? I'm tired of it. We got to build through the draft, man. That's just how you win football games. That's just how you win championships. We got to find somebody in that front office. Man, I just want to see one.
What if you guys trade for Aaron Rodgers? Do you think that'll be a waste?
See, now you're speaking my language. All right, so now my interest is piqued. So if you're gonna go after a quarterback, it better be a damn good one. So,
okay. Okay.
So, hey, I was okay. All those quarterbacks I named, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were any of those elite
Mm-mm.
before I said Aaron Rodgers? None of them.
Mm-mm.
So you're talking about plug and play. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know what you're trying to do with this. I don't know if the Raiders think, oh, we're gonna find another Rich Gannon to take us to the Super Bowl. That was a one-time thing. That doesn't happen all the time. They're still living in the past. My boy's still trying to draft people who run 4.2 40s and think that's gonna change. It's not the same. These guys are living in the 80s still. I don't understand, man. That's probably what it is. We still got the same scouts from the 80s. Oh, hey, he runs a 4.2. Yeah, go ahead, sign him. Oh, he's projected a 6th round. I don't care. Take him in the 1st. Oh my God.
Hey, so do you believe what Charlie's saying about CJ Stroud? That's why the Raiders need that Bears pick. Do you believe that CJ is actually a number 1 pick in this year's draft? CJ Stroud, we're talking about. Do you believe that he is the top pick of this year's NFL and he deserves that money that comes with the number 1?
I'm seeing that we can we don't have to trade to the number one. I think we got to trade to like I think it was like three. I think it was the number three pick that he was going because a lot of I think I saw a lot of reports on that. I mean, the guy can ball. I mean, don't get me wrong. Choosing, choosing these quarterbacks, man. It's like you don't know, man. I mean, look, you can get another Johnny Manziel. You don't know. You don't know what's going on around here. I mean, how many number one? If you draft a quarterback number one overall, how many have panned out and have been elite?
Yeah, not a lot.
That's the thing. And there has been plenty of number one overall pick quarterbacks taken. So you got to think about it. I think there's a better chance of you getting a quarterback. I think it all has to do with numbers because if you're the number one quarterback overall picked in the draft, there's so much pressure on your shoulders, especially as the number one guy. I got to be great. I don't know. Maybe the pressure is too much for the guy. You know what I mean? But when you're a quarterback that's selected, maybe the second or third quarterback selected, or even in the second round, there's not as much weight as you because you know what? Hey, a lot of these teams, all these teams didn't even care about me. And now I'm just going out there and play my game and just be me and not have to do anything extra. So,
You know what's funny though is that CJ had to back up. What's his name on the Bears? Justin.
Fields.
He was back up. He redshirted when Field was out there. So I'm just saying.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Like I said,
bunch of losers. I'm a
I
Michigan fan, boy.
I wouldn't mind seeing CJ, man, but like I said, he's we'll probably end up picking up Jimmy G for a year or something like that, and just.
But I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if you guys went and got Jimmy G on a 1 year or something like that. Or even just somebody. You gotta obviously think too like this, man. So whatever quarterback comes in, it's literally 1 year deal, no matter what, because you guys are drafting a quarterback. It don't matter if it's CJ, if it's whoever coming out of this draft. You guys are drafting that quarterback. We know this. So
I'm hearing Richardson too from Florida. That's another quarterback, but I heard a lot of bad reviews. I haven't seen any of his highlights yet. So, but I'm hearing a lot of bad reviews on him.
But I really don't believe that you guys need to trade up to get the number one pick from the Bears at all. Not for CJ. I don't think he's worth all that you guys have to give up. That there's going to be a lot of draft picks involved in that trade, and that's just not worth it, especially not for CJ.
Yeah, it sets you back, man. When you do something like this and you trade like multiple number ones, it sets you back a little bit, man. And if you do trade, it has to hit, or else it hurts that bad for you to get back. Okay, we got to wait another 2-3 years before we can get back into the first round. That sucks.
Yeah, like the 49ers right now, we waiting. Gotta wait because we traded everything for Trey Lance, and now it just doesn't look like he's going to keep panning out.
But you guys are still in a good position. You guys, we're damn near close to a Super Bowl. I mean, so yeah, think about it. It's not that bad. Yeah, it sucks. I mean, you don't have a first round, but it's not that bad because it's a real late first round pick. So
that's true. That's definitely true. All right. I mean, yeah. To Adam's point, man, the second half of this top 10, man. So we went through Lamar, Saquon, Jacoby, kind of, Dalton, Geno, Josh, Tony, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, and Jimmy G, kind of. Where do you rank those? I guess Jacoby, Daniel Jones, Derek Carr, and Jimmy G and Geno. Where do you rank them?
Well, quarterbacks are obviously higher because they control your team basically. So, of course, the quarterback's going to be ranked higher, and there's a lot of teams that need a quarterback right now. So, in that order, it would be all the quarterbacks, and then you kind of put in Jacoby. Jacoby's he's okay. You know what I mean? If that's all 10, Jacoby's probably number 10. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
So, just because he's the only receiver that's ranked a top free agent. There's no other free agent receiver out there.
Looking at your extra ones.
I know, but those guys one of those guys is coming off injury. I get it. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but we can go into it.
I mean, let's talk about it. We got him there because
Yeah.
there's that adds two other wide receivers. It adds two running backs and then a tight end.
Before
So
we get to the big name, I mean, I see. Let's go straight to Juju. Okay. Let's go straight to let's go straight to
Juju,
Juju.
the man that's
Juju.
gonna get beat up by AJ Brown.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Hey, you better
Hey,
watch out,
AJ,
man.
he's asking for them ones, bro. He's asking for
Hey,
that.
he already warned them already. He's like, "That's it, man. That's that. Yeah, that's it. No more. That's your
Friendly
warning."
fade. It's some
Yeah.
fade time, bro. We gonna catch
Yo,
them ones.
my boy is mad. But Juju, and Jacoby. I mean, I almost think they're like equal. I don't see Juju being um
I would put Jacoby a little bit higher than Juju. Cause look at what Jacoby was working with in New England compared to what Juju had over there in KC, and
true.
compare the numbers. Just I mean, yeah, Jacoby was injured a couple times throughout the season, but he was still their top wide receiver over there.
Mhm.
Juju was not nothing. I mean, what he had one of the lowest seasons in a very long time. I mean, he didn't really do nothing. Won the
Yeah.
ring, yeah, but that wasn't because of him. He was a
Mhm.
part of the team.
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm just saying. I feel like Jacoby's a little bit higher than Juju.
I agree. I agree. I mean, Juju hasn't done anything since what Antonio Brown left the league. I mean, when he was the number 2 there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
no,
he's
no,
been.
for sure.
I don't even. Has he had 1,000-yard season without him?
Mm-mm.
I don't. I want to say no.
Nope, no sir, no sir, Bob.
I know Jacoby. I think he got really close, or he did have one. I know it was up there. So yeah, and then he's a reception machine. I mean, the guy goes across the middle. Jacoby's nice for if you're looking for a wide receiver too, man. Jacoby Myers is the real deal wide receiver too for sure.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And then those landing spots for Juju, KC, Dallas, or New England. He's going to New England to replace Jacoby, huh?
Yeah,
I don't see it.
yeah.
I don't see it.
I don't see that either.
I don't see it in Dallas either. Yeah, no, I feel like he might as well just stay in KC and just try to win another ring with them.
Yeah, take a pay cut. Don't expect to get paid. Heavily.
Yeah,
Just come back on that Super Bowl deal. You know what I mean?
yeah. I don't think we can add him to the top 10, man.
Mm-mm. But all right, go back to the other receiver.
Talk about it, man. The guy that's coming off of not playing all last season. I mean, he was dealing with another ACL, MCL injury.
Yeah. So is Odell Beckham Jr. in your top 10 free agent signings right now?
That's a good question. Over Jacoby. Coming off of not playing a whole season, that's a lot of not football playing. I don't know. It's a hard one. So the landing spots are possibly Buffalo, going back to the Rams, Tampa Bay, Green Bay. I could see possibly Buffalo. If he goes to Buffalo, put him at number 10.
Okay.
Put him at number 10, man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We got the Calvin Ridley question mark. Calvin Ridley is already on a team, ain't he?
Yeah, he's not a free agent. He got traded from the Falcons, right? And then so he's got a contract he's still going on with. So he's not a free agent. Yeah, see, a Jaguar fan confirmed.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley to the Jags. But yeah, no, I feel like that's the only team that could make Odell Beckham
a top 10.
A top 10 is if he signs with Buffalo.
You don't think Green Bay?
No, Aaron Rodgers.
What if Aaron Rodgers plays, man?
Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's playing with Green Bay, bro.
All right. I mean, I agree with you though. I mean, All depends on the certain spots. Makes you a top 10. I get it, but yeah, that'd be. I wouldn't want to see Buffalo spend that money there. I want them to. I want them to get a running back, man.
But you have to remember also too, Odell gets to he's the caliber receiver where he gets to choose where he plays at.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He chooses his destiny.
He's at like that Dominic Sue at the end of the year. Yeah, Philly, you guys got 10 wins. All right, man. Go ahead and let me sign my contract right now. You know what I mean?
saying? Exactly. So that's what it is at the end of the day because he got the
That's
hand, he does the catches and blah blah blah. It's a Odell, man. Even I think even after like taking the year off, man, I just I don't know, but it's still kind of hard because Jacoby is definitely he's valuable.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just don't know if you can kick Jacoby out of that at that top 10, especially still playing a full season.
True. Yeah. But yeah, all depends on him, man. And those were all three receivers that I had. I saw that was a part of the top 10/15 free agents. And that was all for receivers. It's a big name, too. Here's a big name running back. He's a big name running back.
Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, big name running back. But like you just said, in a certain place, he's the top. I don't think he breaks the top 10, but fantasy wise, he goes to a certain team, makes his stock rise just out of nowhere, right? Because we're talking about Kareem Hunt, who was on the Browns as the behind Nick Chubb. What was he? A 5th, 6th rounder, right?
Yep.
So let's look at Kareem Hunt's landing spots here. Philadelphia, Carolina, Miami. He goes to any one of those spots, okay? Let's just say he goes to any one of those spots. Instant starter in Philadelphia, Miles Sanders is gone. Instant starter.
You still got Gainwell.
Come on, man. You're gonna tell me Kareem Hunt doesn't start over Gainwell's gonna start over Kareem Hunt?
Crazier shit's happened, bro. I'm just saying.
All right, man. We gotta start getting drug tested.
Who's the fresher legs? Gainwell or Kareem Hunt?
Man, my boy Kareem Hunt was on sideline for a full year for ninja kicking somebody. Remember, he was out. He was suspended. My boy still got fresh legs. He only plays half a season behind Nick Chubb.
You right.
My boy had 1,600 yards rushing before he took that year off. Okay, my boy Kareem Hunt is a top 5 running back.
So why is he not? So if he's a top 5 running back, why is he not in that first top 10? Why didn't you put him in the first top 10?
Because I need to know where he goes. I need to know where he goes first, though. I mean, I can't just throw him in there. I mean, look, check this out. So I'm choosing Josh Jacobs. I'm choosing Josh Jacobs over Kareem Hunt. All right. I'll take.
I agree with that.
Saquon Barkley over Kareem Hunt. All right.
I agree with that.
And I'm a little iffy. I mean, Tony Pollard and Kareem Hunt. I think they're right there, man.
No, they're not right there. One's a starter and one's not.
Man, they're both starters.
No,
my boy, give my boy Kareem Hunt the starting role on a team. All right, that's all I'm asking. He's gonna shine. Okay, let me ask you this way.
Mm-hmm.
Kareem Hunt starts. He's the starting running back. Let's just say he goes to Miami. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Say he goes to Miami. They give him the starting role. In fantasy, what round do you think he's projected to go?
If he's called the starter,
he's the starter going to playoffs.
Then I would say Kareem Hunt becomes top 5 for sure.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
But all right, what if? All right, let's just do this. Let's just say this.
Right.
We're already doing what ifs. He goes to Miami, and Jeff Wilson gets to start.
Stop it, man! Stop it! Like no, it's not happening. It's not happening.
How is that not happening?
Jeff Wilson is riding the pine. If Kareem Hunt comes to Miami, I'll tell you that right now. There's no way.
Oh, I don't know, bro. Jeff Wilson. Why?
Oh my God! You're telling me Jeff Wilson is better than Kareem Hunt right now?
I'm not saying that at all. But Kareem Hunt has been backing up people or a person.
Whoa! He's
for a while.
He's backed up Nick Chubb, who's only been the rushing leader like 2 of the 3 seasons he's been there.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
So when Nick Chubb was out, what was Kareem Hunt doing?
He was balling. Kareem Hunt was balling, man.
He was balling. He was really balling.
Yeah.
He was not balling.
It wasn't last season. It was the year before. He was balling, man.
Dang, we got to talk about 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, my
boy
Nick Chubb. My boy Nick Chubb didn't.
2 seasons ago.
My boy Nick Chubb didn't get hurt last year. That's what I'm trying to say.
We got to talk about 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, man.
Bro, all right. Look at 2 seasons ago. That was 2021, right?
Yeah.
He had 78 attempts, 386 yards. He had 5 touchdowns that season. But come on. He did better. He did better in 2020. He had 198 attempts, 841 yards, almost 1,000 yards. This is 2020. This is 3 years ago, bro, with 6 touchdowns. He has one 1,000-yard rushing season, bro.
How many touches did he have, though? I want to know how many touches.
On the 1,000 yards?
Ever since he got to Cleveland, like, what are his touches?
His career touches, this is all career. This is including the Chiefs, 895. But 2019, he had 43. 2020, he had 198. 2021, he had 78. And then 2022, he had 123, 468. 123 attempts for 468 yards and 3 touchdowns.
But how many did he have in Kansas City that one year?
2017? This is 2017, bro.
Go ahead. I'll wait.
72. He touched that ball 272 times.
You said 272 compared to 100 and something, and he had 1,600 yards. Give my boy the rock.
He had 13.
Give my boy the rock, man. That's all I'm saying.
Nah,
we get a little off topic. We got
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're 6 years removed. 6 years.
Okay, but he's not taking the hits. He's not taking the hits like a normal running back. He's stashed. He's a gem. He's a diamond in the rough. He's just been hitting.
35 receptions last year for 210 yards.
Hey, I tell you right now. Hey, we get rid of Josh Jacobs. Hey, give me Kareem Hunt on the Raiders right now, and we solid. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Okay. I want to bet. I will bet you $500 you take Kareem Hunt and you guys ain't doing shit.
I can't wait till Kareem Hunt gets on one of these nice teams. I'm taking him, man. I hope he falls to me. I'll take him. Man.
I can't believe we talking about 2017 to 2023. That's crazy.
Man.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
It's all good, man. I see. So you're gonna put Kareem Hunt in your top 10. I see. I got you. I hear you. Over Tony Pollard. Okay.
Right next to Tony Pollard.
Bro, Tony Pollard's up here. Kareem Hunt's right here, bro.
We'll see, man. Hey,
again. System. He's a system running back. Tony Pollard is a system running back, but he's still up here over Kareem Hunt. Come on, man.
You can put Kareem Hunt in any system. He'll do the 3-down back. Let's move on, man. We got
yeah. Damn, Charlie, you were hurt.
Yo, man. So, hey, he'll know when I'm in. He'll know this season when I get into the league.
Yeah, man. I gotta go kick people out of that chat. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot about that. I gotta go add you. I know Charlie with the low blows, man.
All right, man.
But all right, so all right. How about let's do this? This is a lot fair. Are you taking Kareem Hunt on your team, or are you gonna take Miles Sanders? Because we got Miles Sanders here.
Again, I'll take a Kareem Hunt wherever he's going, man. I don't trust Miles Sanders, man. Like,
why is that, Paul?
He's like one of those ex-girlfriends you don't go back to. You know what I mean? So it's like I can't do it, man. Like, it's a done deal. We're already broken up. It's a new season. I got to move on. So I got to keep it fresh. Miles Sanders, hey, I had one full time with you last year. Everything was great. I enjoyed it, but I'm sorry, you're somebody else. I got to move on.
So, but Sanders still had 1,000-yard season, right? Ain't that what he told me? Ain't that what you
Yeah,
was telling me?
that's his first full season being healthy too.
I'm just trying to see here, man, because I hate Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders to you is what David Montgomery is to me.
Is that? I think you're right about that.
Yeah,
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 dude, Montgomery's a baller, man. He just got to be on. He's got to just get the right situation. I mean, in Chicago, everybody's expecting to run.
yeah.
Everybody. I mean, we all know that. Other than, I mean, that's all they had out there before Fields was there. I mean, for 2 years, Montgomery was like it. That's the only jersey you buying in Chicago. So
Yeah. True. Very true. But I feel David Montgomery, he played me that one season and that was it. I said, fuck you. Like, I ain't
yeah,
doing it again, bro. But
yeah.
Charlie asked, what place did you end up in 2022, Paul?
7th.
Man. Hey, how did
And you know why? Because Miles Sanders,
you
Miles
benched
Sanders,
him? You should have been playing him.
you know, the crazy thing is the real story happened was just got out of Walmart and I was at a stoplight and I looked at my phone. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start Miles Sanders. And I went to go ahead and, I had the move ready to go. All I had to do was hit save, but the light turned green and somebody honked at me and I got pissed and I started, honking back and I just totally forgot. And I had like 5 minutes to make the pick. And I thought I made the pick because when Miles Sanders was going off, I'm like, oh man, I beat George. Oh man, I can't wait. I get home and I'm like, oh hell nah. I was just so bummed out. That was like the worst feeling. Like I didn't even want to watch football the rest of the day. That's how bad it was.
That cost you the playoffs, didn't it?
It costed me the playoffs.
Oh,
So that's why whenever I hear Miles Sanders' name, it's just
that's right.
Me.
I beat him.
It irks me. It irks
Bro,
me.
I got hella lucky last season. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Josh Allen.
Bad, man.
Thank you, Josh Allen. But Miles Sanders not in top 10 for you?
Sorry, not to me.
Yeah. Nah, he's not in my top 10. I feel like him and Kareem are probably like equals. Even though Kareem hasn't had Miles Sanders over Kareem, bro. You still gotta give it to Miles. He had 200 and something touches on the rock. He had 1,000-yard season, so I can't do that to Miles. Even though he's not that good, I really don't like him. I still think he's a better running back than Kareem Hunt, but he needs to split carries and all that shit. Yeah. Miles Sanders is a goal line back, man. That's what he's gonna end up being, a goal line back.
Yeah, he's not I don't think he's an every down back. Yeah, for sure. I thought he was more of a pass catcher too, but nothing at all last season, really, man. Nothing really at all. I mean,
yeah, no, he had 590 yards. Oh no, sorry. 78 yards receiving.
Yeah, see, that's kind of crazy.
2019 though, he had 590 yards receiving, 63 targets. That was his top target season was 2019, his rookie year.
And then it took a big dip.
Oh yeah, it went from 63 in 2019 down to 26 targets in 2022 last season.
You know what it is too, though. You got Jalen Hurts taking off and running with that rock too. So, I mean, instead of just that quick dump off pass, he's just gonna keep it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Oh, all right, man. I mean, I think I had a lot of fun on this free agent list.
Yeah, no, this was fun. So
shout out
top 10 how it is, right? We got Lamar and Saquon at the very top. 1A, 1B. Whoever you choose. And then the second tier, you got Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, and Dalton Schultz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, you got Evan Ingram, but he's expected to get franchise tagged. Those would be the top. We forgot one. We got that one person, Mike Gesicki. The last one, real quick, before we get out of this top 10. Can you move him into the top 10?
Nah,
I mean, too old now.
Nah, I mean he can service somebody, um, and be a decent tight end, but he's not a top tight end. I mean, he has his games where he'll have that 100 yards and touchdown, 100 yards and a touchdown, but nah, I mean, he's just an average tight end for me.
Yeah, he's average. Yeah, no, I think he's. I don't think those last people besides OBJ can crack the top 10.
Yeah. Those were all Ant's picks that he wanted to bring in. I mean, and Kareem Hunt. But so yeah, those were all his picks. And yeah, I mean, they're big. Some are big names. I get it. But OBJ, yeah, only one.
Barkley just wants guaranteed money, bro. He ain't trying to get franchise tag. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And you mean that he barely had one full season? I mean, he was injured prior to the to that. I mean, so just saying. But Barkley has been very consistent, man. And come on, man. I mean, I get as a Raider fan and all that, and you want to root for your guys, and I feel like between, yeah, no, I mean, Josh Jacobs and Barkley. Yeah, you're taking Barkley all day.
All day.
In the draft, in fantasy football, be realistic. You got CMC, you got Barkley, Eckler. Those are the top three. Jacobs, yeah. I don't see him. I don't know.
You're talking about the NFL's rushing leader, Josh Jacobs, who plays on the Raiders. Come on, man. You got to put him in there.
At the top three? So he goes top three in your draft.
He's a top 5 running back.
The top 3. I'm talking top 3. Who's the top 3?
Top 3 running backs, CMC. Eckler's always been there because he's just so consistent.
Mm-hmm. Are you Barkley or Jacobs?
Jacobs.
Top 3.
I'm taking Jacobs, man.
All right, there we go. You got it out of it.
I just had to make sure. I had to get that last thought process. Yeah, we're gonna go with Jacobs. We're gonna go with Jacobs, man.
Jacobs. There you go. There you guys have it. Charlie, are you happy? You got a Raiders fan saying that Jacobs is top 3. All right, so if Jacobs is there, top 3 in this draft, you better be taking him. I better not see Barkley come off top 3, and you better not have that third pick.
I'm going. I'm going Josh Jacobs, and then I'm going Kareem Hunt. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
He's a 1-year one. Did you Charlie saying that Barkley's a 1-year wonder?
Yeah.
Bro, you talk about the same Saquon that what? Oh my God.
Yikes. Nah, he's Barkley's not a 1-year wonder, but I mean he came off the reason why he had a bad year last year, he came off the injury. We all know that. So it took him a while to get back into it. He's back and he's ready to roll.
Man, my top 3. I'm not putting Eckler in my top 3 this year, bro. I can't. You can tell from what I watched, man. There was a decline a little bit, man.
Yeah,
there was. There was a decline in his game. He's still top 10. He's going first round no matter what.
Top 5.
Yeah, top 5. Maybe at least 5 for sure. If I mean, so people are obviously going to take him earlier, but I'm just saying. For me, top 3 is CMC, Barkley, and old reliable, man. You want to know who? Oh, man, bro. The old reliable, man.
Dalvin Cook?
No. What's his name from fucking
New Orleans?
Henry, bro. Derrick Henry.
Oh, Derrick Henry. All right, yeah.
Top 3, bro.
Derrick Henry's always there, yeah.
But Jacobs, depending on where he goes, if Jacob stays with the Raiders, top 5. Then you got Eckler, 4 or 5, around there.
So that's it right there. CMC, Barkley, Derrick Henry's always there. And then
always there. You can't, the old reliable, man.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, and then you got the other 2, Josh Jacobs and who's the other one?
Eckler.
Eckler. That's top 5 running backs right there.
Top 5 running backs. Yes, sir. And it really depends on where Jacobs goes, man.
He ain't going nowhere, man.
He gets tagged.
He's getting tagged.
All right, man.
I get to wear that. I get to wear that Jacobs jersey one more year.
I feel it. Feel it. All right. Before we get into,
The hot seat.
we're not doing the hot seat because I don't even go. I didn't do no research. That was supposed to be Jose shit. And he's not even here, bro.
I
You know what
know,
I'm
man. I was
saying?
ready. That was my time to take a break. Thanks a lot, Jose.
I know. Nah,
Yeah.
but it's good. What we got right now, man. We gotta tell you about a couple different podcasts we got going on. My man Paul right here, and the other guy, Ant, was supposed to be on tonight too, but they're going to be doing a fantasy baseball podcast. It'll be airing every Sunday live right here on the Twitch and YouTube channels. So if you guys are playing some fantasy baseball this season, we got the live draft next Saturday at 2 p.m.
I think it's 2:30 or something like that. Yep. Well, I'll confirm it.
All right, and then yeah, so we'll be live right here. It'll be Paul and Ant. They'll be doing their thing. And then we got obviously the fantasy football one, the one that we're doing. I think this is moving to Wednesdays, correct, Paul?
Yes.
We'll be having content though throughout the week for fantasy baseball. So Paul and Ant will be doing like little cuts. It'll be on YouTube, our YouTube channel, and on our TikTok, our Twitter. It'll be on our Instagram. Everything, man. We got a bunch of content coming out for you guys, especially even for fantasy football. I know Ryan's working on a lot of stuff. Hey, get well soon, Mr. Champion, two-time champ, double champ. You know what I'm saying? Purple Cobras. Yo, gotta shout my guy out one time, man. We miss you
Ryan.
tonight, bro.
Yes,
But
sir.
we got a lot of stuff coming up, man. So keep your eye out because our YouTube channel is about to go crazy. We're gonna have a lot of shorts. We'll be, Ryan, like I said, Ryan has some good, valuable information coming for you guys coming up for the next or for the 2023 football season. And then we got another podcast. It'll be just a sports talk where we'll be talking about everything like Kings. We'll be talking, you know what I'm saying, football. I highly doubt we'd be talking baseball. It just depends on who we got on there. But between me and Jose, it's gonna be me and Jose. We're gonna be live in person together at his spot. We're gonna be running this. I think that one's gonna start probably next weekend, weekend after that. But it'll be right here on this channel, and live on YouTube, live on Twitch, man. We going crazy this season, man. So,
Everything, my boy.
bro, we going crazy. But yeah, we got these guys going off on each other.
I know, I see it. Yeah.
Jeez. Man, okay.
He said,
okay.
calling my guy a 1-year wonder. Put some respect on my boy's name.
Oh man, let's just do this one time. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can get that. Let me save that. All right, there we go. Chill out, yo. But yes, Paul, you want to talk about your new venture and the new podcast, man?
Yeah, man. So we got something. I'm actually already started it with my fantasy family league. I know it's way too early, but that's why we're gonna have a round one way too early mock draft. So for the first round, I'm getting with all the guys right now. We're using the same picks that we had for last season. I get to have number 2. I already made my pick, but I'm not going to spoil it now, man. You guys got to wait another week to figure that, to find out and see what it is. But yeah, we're doing an early first round mock draft. That way we can kind of see where everybody's mind's at right now, kind of seeing what the first round's going to look like. So I'm excited to see it, kind of see what's going to go on. Cause I know me and my probably 4 or 5 leagues kind of, just get everything out there, man. I know it's way too early, but it's never too early to have some fun with it. So, yeah, I started it up. These guys are already doing their homework, and we're going to have the picks 1 through 12 for the first round for next season. Just a little mock draft to have some fun with it. So next week, man, you guys just come on in here and check it out, and it should be some fun.
Yes. You think we should do it for the other league, the TIYF league?
I mean, the more the merrier, man. It's up to you. If we can knock it out. I mean, we can
just get 2 weeks. 2 weeks for that one.
We can.
Yeah, fantasy family next week, and then TIYF
the following week. Yeah.
Hey, what's the score, guys? Keep me updated real quick. Toss the King's score into the chat, please. Please toss it in there. We need to know.
Yeah.
All right, man. We got the last thing on the podcast, Brody.
All right.
Early,
What are we starting with?
early fantasy rankings. I had to dumb my voice a little deep there. Woo! 127, 127. Shout out to my Sacramento Kings, baby.
Yikes.
Oh, look at this. Winning by 7 seconds. Won the game. We won. Light that motherfucking beam, boy. Light that beam.
In other news, the Warriors won.
But you guys ain't lighting nothing. Hey, light that beam, boys.
That's cute.
Light that beam, boys. Hold on, I gotta hit the group chat one time. You know what I'm saying? Light the beam, son. Light the beam, son. All right, let's get to it. Hey, this makes the early fantasy rankings that much more better. Yeah.
All right, what we starting with? We starting with tight ends or receivers?
Shit, whatever's easier.
Let's go tight ends, man. Everybody, receivers are more exciting, so we'll say that for last. And plus, I don't think it's going to take too long to do tight ends.
That's a pause, bro.
I couldn't even say that with a straight face.
Yo, come on. Hey, let's go. Let's just do the wide receivers, bro.
Wide receivers?
Wide receivers.
All right, man.
Oh, man. We're going to get canceled.
Man, one show in. That's it, huh?
That's
one
it.
and done?
One and done.
All right. Top receivers rankings for next season. I mean, they have this one broken up into 3 different tiers for your top 15. I think for this tier, it has just for tier 1, it only has 3 receivers in there. But I think you can.
How do you not add? All right, call them out real quick.
All right,
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, so your top 5 receivers, and this is just tier 1, which is the top 3. You got Justin Jefferson, who put up 304 fantasy points. Jamar Chase at number 2. His points were down because he missed like 5-6 games. But we all know he's a beast, and he is the top receiver. He put up 198 points at number 2. And then Cooper Kupp was also hurt last year, and he's your number 3. And that's your top 3 receivers for tier 1. And then going into tier 2, which I don't understand, especially with these two. I think tier 1 should be the top 5, and these 2 guys should be in it, which is Devontae Adams, who balled out last year with a mediocre quarterback. And, he put up a good 285 points, 14 touchdowns. And Tyreek Hill, also 280 points and 1,700 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns. But in my eyes, those 5 receivers are tier 1 guys to me right off the bat.
Yeah, no, and you could also make a case for Stephon and AJ.
Diggs. Yeah, Stephon
and AJ.
Yeah, and AJ, yeah, for sure.
But I don't know how you don't put Devontae and Tyreek as the tier 1s, especially. I mean, what is this? The fantasy, what is it called?
Fantasy Pros.
Yeah, Fantasy Pros. I could see why they said Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Kupp. That makes sense. But how do you put Devontae and Tyreek as tier 2s, bro? Like, makes no sense. Yeah, no, for me, like you saying, top 5 is definitely tier 1. And you can make a strong case for Stephon and AJ because of look at what they did. They changed a lot of people's teams last year, especially Stephon. He helped carry a lot of teams last year.
Yeah. To me, I'm thinking even this, like Devontae and Tyreek, depending on how this draft goes, and kind of like how, if you look at how everything went last season, the running backs, you know what I mean? Looking at points wise, those receivers are giving you like top 10 fantasy, points. So it doesn't matter if they're a running back or a receiver. I'm honestly, we're going to see this. This is going to be the trend for next season. I see it. You're going to probably get like half running back, half receiver this in the first round when it used to be 9 picks running back and maybe 1 or 2 receivers going off in the first round. I almost see it going split, man, just on the production of fantasy points the receivers are going to get or are getting in these last couple years, just in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. I mean, if I see a running back I don't like, And I'm like, shit, Devontae Adams is there? Oh, I'm taking Devontae Adams or
Yeah,
a Tyreek Hill.
it's not like 5 years ago how fantasy football used to be, where it was automatically you have to grab these running backs. Remember,
Exactly.
5 years ago it was
Oh,
you're
guaranteed.
running back. It was the first 2 rounds is running back.
No matter what. No
No
matter
matter
what.
what. The only exception to that was a Patrick Mahomes type of quarterback, and that was what 3 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago when
50
that
touchdowns. Like, come on.
when that just started, and now you got Josh Allen in the first. You remember when quarterbacks didn't go with past the top five? You're
Yep.
not grabbing a quarterback in the top five ever.
Mhm.
And
Ever.
now, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then you got tight ends. Like fantasy's changed so much now that you can intertwine between the receivers, the tight ends, and the running backs, and a quarterback, depending on obviously the
Yeah.
caliber.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm seeing we're gonna see a whole different change, especially this season. I already can see it just looking at it point wise, because I used to be the same way. I was like, no matter what, I'm going running back. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go 3 straight running backs. I'm gonna mess somebody up, and maybe I get a third solid running back and try to trade for something. But it's not about that, man. It's about points, looking in depth, and you want to look at it. I know one of these gurus on this podcast gave away one of his secrets, talking about he wants a top player overall, like top 15 players. When it comes to your second pick in the your second pick, and there's still a top 15 guy there, of course you're gonna go ahead and take that guy. So
I agree. You have to at this point. All right. You're looking when you're going into the draft now, you're not looking at the position, you're looking at points. You're looking at who that quarterback you're looking at the wide receiver and who's throwing him the ball. Obviously, Kirk Cousins can shoot the rock. Cool. So Justin Jefferson's gonna do what he does. Jamar Chase, man, he's going off because of his quarterback.
mm-hmm.
Coop, same shit. Devontae, okay, so now what? I think maybe that's why he got dropped back to tier 2, was because now you don't know who your quarterback is. Same thing with Tyreek. Now it's starting to make sense. But you also want to look at those fantasy points. Regardless, Tyreek is gonna do what he does, and then he's playing alongside Jalen Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
They both can get deep.
Yeah. Well. Yep.
Stephon Diggs, same thing. If you go add Saquon back there, just hypothetical, you go add Saquon into that offense, Stephon is going to get open a lot more. He's going to do a lot more damage.
Mm-hmm.
Though that 266 fantasy point total, it's looking mighty nice.
Exactly.
Definitely going to be like top 3.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Who put Devontae Adams as second tier? That was Fantasy Pros who did that. That's not our list.
It's not our list, man. We both agree these top 5 guys, even the Stephon Diggs and AJ Brown, deserve to be tier 1 receivers.
All right, so I'll break it down to you guys real quick. So the list that we're looking at is from Fantasy Pros. The tier 1, there's a tier 1 players. First 3 is Justin Jefferson, number 1, Jamar Chase 2, Cooper Kupp 3. Tier 2, Devontae Adams at 4, Tyreek Hill at 5, CeeDee Lamb at 6, Stephon Diggs at 7, AJ Brown at 8. Tier 3, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Devonta Smith, sorry, DK and Debo. That is the list. That's a top 15. That's their top 15. And what we're here is to do our top wide receivers, how we feel. Our top 10 free agents. And again, I don't think for me, I can't put CeeDee Lamb at
that's a sore in my eye right now, just because of the quarterback play, man. And that's the big thing, and I understand but my thing is, I see the same thing with Devontae. Yeah, Derek Carr, but my boy had Jarrett Stidham throwing the football and he still scored 2 touchdowns. You know what I mean? So those are two different caliber receivers in CeeDee Lamb and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is way better. I think we all agree with that. I mean, Devontae Adams can damn near make a decent quarterback, look good or even great because of his route running. So, yeah, CeeDee Lamb, honestly, I'm taking Amon-Ra St. Brown, man. I like Amon-Ra way better than CeeDee Lamb in my eye, just because the reason why I like it is because of the receptions. And the reason why he had less points is because Amon-Ra, he was hurt. He's a smaller receiver. I understand that. But when that guy is on the field, he's electric. He might even slide up. I might even take Amon-Ra over A.J. Brown because he's that electric and of his route running, man. Amon-Ra is really underrated still at number 9.
Yeah, I would put him as a tier 2, bro. So, yeah, I see he only has 214 points, but
he missed
that target.
Yeah.
Look at those targets: 146,
yeah,
106 receptions, 1,000 yards. Come on, bro. He was doing
missed 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, no, he got injured. But he's a tier 2. I would put Amon-Ra above CeeDee Lamb, and they got CeeDee Lamb at 6. That's me. I got Amon-Ra. I got Amon-Ra above CD. I don't CeeDee Lamb. I don't think is a top 10. What do you think?
I think he's top 10, but he's 10.
Like CD at 10. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's top 10, but he's number 10. Like I mean, it goes like that. The top 3 can stay. Devontae, Tyreek,
yeah, I agree with that.
Move Stephon Diggs up, move AJ Brown up, bring CeeDee Lamb, bring Amon-Ra up, and I think he's right behind it. I think CD's right there with the Jalen Waddle or with the Jalen Waddle right there. He's like right next to him. If you don't pick, it's like when your pick is on next, you're either choosing Jalen Waddle or you're choosing CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let me ask you this. So you got CeeDee Lamb at 10. How do you put Amon-Ra in that top 10?
He's above him.
At what, 9?
So he has to be at 9. So we'd have to be at 9.
So who do you kick out? You have to kick somebody out of that list. Oh, no, you don't. No, I'm tripping.
No, you don't. No. We're good. I just moved. You just moved CeeDee Lamb all the way down.
All the way down. I see it now. Yep. I am tripping. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Okay, so top 10 would be Jefferson, Chase, Kupp, Adams, Tyreek, Stephon, AJ, Amon-Ra, and then CD.
Yeah.
Okay. And you are kicking Waddle down to 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he's right there with him. I mean, you could leave Waddle there and put CD under. I mean, if it was my turn up next and the only thing left was Waddle or CD, I think I'm okay with any one of those two as my next pick because I feel like those guys are basically the same in my eyes.
I'm grabbing Waddle over CD.
Waddle?
Yeah, I'm getting Waddle over CD.
I don't mind. I don't mind taking either one. I'm fine with taking CD or Waddle with that pick. I'm fine with either way.
Waddle at 11. Hell no, he's better than CD. He has to be compete with Hill. No. Calvin Ridley is not in the wide receiver rankings.
Yeah, I don't know about him yet, man. He has let my boy show up to some preseason games and make sure he's eligible before he starts betting on the team again.
But no, all right. So for me, I got Jalen Waddle at 10, and I put CeeDee Lamb at 11. I feel like CeeDee Lamb and T. Higgins, even though T. Higgins is a wide receiver too, I feel like T. Higgins is, a little bit better than CD. It's all because of Dak, though.
Dude, you're going too far. I agree with you. Now you're going T. Higgins over.
I didn't say
CD.
Over. I didn't say over.
Okay.
I said they're like on the same. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you know what I'm saying? But T. Higgins, you got like. All right, think about this. Jamar Chase was down. T. Higgins was a solid wide receiver 1.
Okay.
Was he not?
He was.
Okay. Was he better than CeeDee Lamb in those weeks that he was at wide receiver 1 while CeeDee Lamb is at wide receiver 1?
I'm not, but CeeDee Lamb is not. He's still a good wide receiver.
I'm not. That's not my argument. I'm not saying that. I'm asking you.
Okay.
T. Higgins and CeeDee Lamb at the same time as wide receiver 1s.
All right, check this out.
T. Higgins was doing a little bit better.
This is easier. This is easier to answer.
Mm-hmm.
You have the pick. CeeDee Lamb and T. Higgins is is available, which receiver are you taking? Right there. Do you have the next pick? And those are the two top receivers available. Who are you taking?
Oh,
CD
man, that's
Lamb.
a good
Tell me,
question.
tell me you're taking CD Lamb.
I don't think so. I might go Higgins.
All right, everybody. That's a wrap. Everybody have a good
I'm,
night. And I think that I gotta
it
talk
also
to George.
it also depends on my team too. All right. So what round is this? What round are we in?
Let's just say you already have a wide receiver one.
Okay.
All right.
So I only got one receiver on my
Yeah.
team. So
Yes.
we're what? Round 4, round 5?
Now these receivers are going in the third or high, or low second.
And I already got one wide receiver, one
running back. You probably got one receiver, one running back. And you have CD Lamb still there? You didn't tell me you're not taking CD Lamb in the third? Because I think that's where he went.
Yeah, because I can't go that. Yeah, you got to go CD Lamb in the third. If we're talking about round 3, then yeah, CD Lamb over T Higgins. That's round 3 because you're not grabbing T Higgins. You can get T Higgins in like round 6
or 4. I thought he was a wide receiver one, man.
I said when he is. I said he's a wide receiver 2.
Okay.
I said,
my bad. I missed that.
Did I not say he was a wide receiver 2?
That's on me. Okay, I said that's on me. My bad. Yo,
just saying. Hey, I called it out. I did call it out.
My bad. Got you.
No, but we got people arguing. Look at this third. Nah, CD ain't no third pick. No, look, it was like, so this is the hypothetical, guys. This why is Paul or why is Charlie on you, Paul? What'd you do? You guys are Raider fans, ain't you?
I know you. It's that it's that hard love, hate you and love you type stuff, man.
I see it. All right.
So
the argument was Jaguars fan was, who are you going with in the third round? Are you going to go with CD Lamb or are you going to go with T Higgins in round 3 of your draft? And obviously you got to go CD Lamb in round 3 because T Higgins is just he's not a third round pick, unfortunately.
I think Joe kept him last year in the third round or something like that. He was a keeper last year for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean he's a damn good wide receiver, but he's behind Jamar Chase, and that's a big ass shadow to try to get out of. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
And CD Lamb, wide receiver 1, that Dak's go to, but at like if I'm I don't know, man, if we're like round 5, 6, 7 around there, like 6 or 7, if we're around there and those two are still available, I might go T Higgins. I'm just saying. There's a reason why CD fell so there would be a reason why CD fell so far down.
All right, man. I'm not gonna argue with you. That's why I guess that's why I'm coming in last, right, Charlie? I don't know. I mean, gosh, I can't wait.
Hey man, you got Hunt, so
hey, do I though, or is it all part of my plan?
I don't know. Is my shit a part of my plan or what? I really like T Higgins though.
Hey Charlie, all this talk, man, and you're in my fantasy league next year. Is this all part of the plan? I just watch out for that, man.
Hey, I think he's still salty that you made him play a game to try to get into your fantasy league. Didn't make it.
Hey, man.
Oh man, playing some cornhole.
Man, my league's it's tough to get into, man. It's tough to get into.
Definitely is.
All right. That's that's it for receivers then, man. We can go to our very in-depth tight end rankings. I don't even think you got to do a top 10. You can just do a top 5, to be honest.
Man, you better kick Kyle Pitts out of that number 5 spot. That
is not me, man. These are not my rankings.
Bro, whoever, what are they doing over there?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Are you serious right now?
Top 4 look pretty good, though.
There we go. Top 4 looks great. You got Trav. You got Marky Mark. You got TJ. And then you got Georgie Kittle. Of course. That's beautiful. That's very beautiful. I'm kicking Kyle Pitts
to 10?
Down past 10. Nah, he's going to Who would you rather have, Kyle Pitts or Dalton Schultz?
Oh, Dalton Schultz.
So then we're gonna kick Kyle Pitts down to 12.
Damn.
Are you not?
Yeah. Even David Njoku had some good reps when he was in the game. You know what I mean? Like, and Darren Waller didn't get to play because he was hurt, or he said he was hurt. But when he's healthy,
Charlie keeps asking about Foster Moreau, and I know you had a question earlier, Charlie. Foster Moreau is still on the Raiders.
yeah, he's still there.
But all right, yeah, I don't know about Dallas either. You like Dallas at 6? Dallas Goddard?
Yeah, I like him. I think he's a little sneaky though. I mean, because they got those 2 receivers on the outside who draw a lot of attention, and you got a big quarterback that's gonna, or not big, but I mean, he likes to run the football. So it's just, to be able to throw the ball to everybody. I mean, the targets. Jalen Hurts ain't throwing the ball 30 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just getting the targets, but he's had big games. Top 5. I mean, yeah, he's top 5, easy. I think so.
So we kick.
Like, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad. Oh yeah, I mean,
out of that position, man. And he's going all the way down to 12. So then it's going to be Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Hawkinson, Kittle, Dallas Goedert, Pat Freiermuth, Darren Waller, Evan Ingram, and then David Njoku, and then Dalton Schultz. Is that what it's looking like?
That's what it's looking like, man. It's easy pickings, man. If you don't take Kelce, Andrews, Hawkinson, or Kittle.
All right. Let me ask this question: Can you possibly take George Kittle in the first 3 rounds? Or do you think that you can wait and grab and get somebody else?
So I'm gonna ask that question. I'm gonna ask you with a question back. If Brock Purdy's throwing him the football and he's healthy and he's going and he's 100% go, I'm taking Kittle for sure, because that is the number one. That is the situation. Ever since Brock Purdy took over, that thing just skyrocketed up there. That was his blanket. Everything was thrown to him. I mean, 100%. I mean, I even take George Kittle number 2. I mean, right behind Kelce. It's gonna go Kelce. It's gonna go George Kittle. Plain and simple.
Okay. All right. So the thing is, it matters where we're at right now.
Okay.
Who's
the quarterback?
The healthy quarterback would be Trey.
All right. No, I'm not taking him. I'm not taking him in the 3rd round.
Or no, you're not taking him the first 3, right?
No.
All right. So
I'm probably taking Dallas Goedert over George Kittle.
And that, all right. So we're basing this based off quarterback in play, right? And who the quarterback is. So that would mean that George Kittle's not even the top 5. If Trey is the quarterback, right? So it really depends who's the quarterback for the 49ers. If George Kittle can stay in that tier 1, right?
Yeah, it is, dude. I drafted George Kittle in one league, and it's like, oh man, dude, it's just he was in there blocking for 90% of the game. I was watching the Niner game. He didn't even run a route. I'm like, okay, I got my tight end. I'm like, what is he doing? My boy, we're at the goal line. Just go out to the cone.
So if Brock Purdy, though, isn't as a quarterback next season, you think that George Kittle's number 2 under Travis Kelce?
Oh, I might take him in late 2nd round.
Can you bank on Mark Andrews going forward without Lamar?
I don't think so.
So where does that drop Mark? Do you still keep him at number 2?
No, you drop Mark down, and I like Hawkinson. So that's what it is. It's the Travis Kelce, depending on where George Kittle is, and then it's Hawkinson. I've never been a big fan of Mark Andrews, to be honest. He's always been,
that is
big week, little week, big week, little week. Not, I mean, he's
that's
always
Purple
been
Cover's man. That's Purple Cover's guy.
Hey, Purple Coach can have him. Hey, you guys can have him. I've never been a fan of Mark Andrews.
Never. Nah. All right. So this is how it's gonna go then, right? So it's gonna be Travis Kelce, automatic number 1. This
Guaranteed.
guy is not slowing down. He probably has one of the best podcasts out right now with his brother. I love that podcast. Shout out to them. Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
Bro, you haven't. Let me get the name of it. I got to get the name of it so I can share with everybody because, bro, how do you have not seen that podcast, bro? You got to go check it out. Travis Kelsey.
I got a lot of things to do. I got work. I got to get ready for this podcast.
I feel
The
it.
kids.
It's called the New Heights Podcast. If you guys don't know what it is, go check it out. It's the Kelsey brothers. They have a great podcast. They be talking football, giving you some insights. They're dope. You know what I'm saying? Jason Kelsey gets my utmost respect, and he's a Philadelphia Eagle. That man has nothing but nice words to say about every team that they play. You know what I'm saying? He gives his props when it's due. Shout out to Jason Kelsey. Shout out to Trav. New Heights Podcast, man. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. It's also on TikTok and all the other places you can find. New Heights Podcast. I'm shouting them out because I like it. But Travis Kelsey, number one. And then depending the quarterback play, right? George Kittle or TJ is interchangeable.
I just think you just put TJ Hawkinson at 2 automatically. Just
based off quarterbacks.
Yeah, right now because I mean he got right in there and just started producing right away once he got to Minnesota. So you got Hawkinson's right there, man. He's solid.
Travis. Than TJ. I agree with that because I even called it out.
Yeah, you called it out.
You guys didn't believe me. You guys said, "Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. He needs to learn the playbook."
But it's the truth. It's the truth. Once he learned it,
he didn't need to learn it though. You know why? Because what did he do that same week? He went in there they said, "Run this route." Boom.
I remember. I told you guys. Yeah, I remember. I remember.
I said exactly what was going to happen. Hey, block this play. Hey, run this route. Hey, block this play. Hey, run this route. Easy. Come on, bro. It's tight end. That was an easy call. But yeah, TJ's at number 2 for sure. And then I would put, I guess you got to put George Kittle and then Mark Andrews. I value George Kittle higher than Mark, especially because if they do really lose Lamar Jackson, yeah, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be hurt. That's gonna hurt them. Mark Andrews will not be the same. Paul wants to know who was in last in the TIF league.
His name is. Oh,
Billy.
Damn.
Yeah, that was me, bro. I was last, dead last.
Yikes, man. And you know what happens? You know what happens in my league when you come in last? Yo, my boy Trey Thomas has to. I got this nice little, tutu, nice bright pink tutu that he has to wear at Arden Mall for 30 minutes on the corner with a sign saying, "I suck at fantasy football." And my boy Jose got him a shirt with his picture on it saying, "I suck at fantasy football" with his face on it for 30 minutes. That's what happens when you come in last in my league.
Well, so this was a brand new league. I asked everybody. I asked in the chat. I said, "Hey, what are we doing for last place?" Nobody said a word.
Oh, hey.
Like, what are we doing for last place? Nobody said a word. So it got late into the season. I said, "Fuck it, we ain't." My bad. We ain't doing anything for last place. Then, all right, we'll do it next season. So,
yo, he got so lucky, man. Hey, it's a different feeling because once you start getting to the bottom, you're like, "Oh man, I gotta get a win here somehow." Like you're thinking even because I think I allow my trades just a little bit later because I have a feeling like, yeah, I know it's later in the season and the trades shouldn't have a certain deadline, but these guys need to make trades to get out of the last place still too. So it all has to, it all comes around and these guys are fighting. So, I mean, it's fun to watch because I'm talking crap to these guys at work and Trey, man, he's like, "Man, I think I'm going to come in last." And then he gives me all these scenarios like he's Adam Scheffler. Like, I just need Jose to lose. I need George to lose by 15. And I need your dad to score 20 points. I'm like 15 different scenarios so he can get out of last place. And it's just fun, man. We have a ball with it. And I think we're gonna get a video Trey on the corner, maybe get it on the pod.
Yeah, no, we definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, we definitely we get to see what it looks like.
Uh, but nah, for sure, there's gonna be something happening in the last place in the TIYF league. So it has to happen next season. We gonna talk about it. I need to start planning it out now, but we're gonna do it in person, probably at like Buffalo Wild Wings or something like you did that one year. Um, so yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about the highest drafted team. I said I had an A, and then I said that doesn't really mean anything. I had an A for my draft. I had a really good draft, but that I told everybody. I said that don't mean shit, and I told Charlie like 1,000 times throughout the season. I said, bro, you keep bringing that up, and I said it doesn't matter. I
Hey,
said,
that
that don't
that
matter
means
at all.
absolutely nothing.
That's what I said a
It's all
thousand
points.
times.
Like your points could go from like here, and then all of a sudden your number one pick gets hurt, and then your points just shoot down.
But I had Saquon, I had Aaron Rodgers, I had Gino backing up. I had to play Gino and Aaron at one point. I
Because
had who else?
it's all based on last year's points, basically.
I had like on paper I had a fire team. Then I had Cam Akers who didn't show up until what like week 17. So I'm just like fuck it. Man, I keep cussing. My bad. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. I did have a fire team though for a minute, and then I just had some unlucky breaks. I lost by like a few points a couple times.
What you think, Charlie? Get him a bright 2-2 for next season or what?
Oh, I'm not coming in last place. I had the worst drafted grade. But
We have to think something special then.
but guess who won though? My guy, Purple Cobras.
Hey, shout out to the Purple Covers one more time.
I mean, after a minute, I was just focused on Paul's league. I was focused. After I lost like 5 straight, I said, "Fuck," you know what I'm saying? I said, "Forget this. I'm just I'm gonna go focus on fantasy family real quick."
My boy was the number one seed in my league, though.
Hey, once I knew that there was nothing gonna happen to last place, I wasn't even tripping. And plus, you know, the other thing too in that league, not a lot of trades, bro. There was not a lot of trades. I was trying to trade left and right.
In your league?
Yeah, like it wasn't as like it's not like it wasn't like the fantasy family, you know.
Oh my god! Hey, was it in my league where? Oh no, I think it was Ant's league. Hey, it was the trade deadline, and they're like, "Oh, we got 1 hour till trade deadline." Dog, it was like an NBA trade deadline. Like, oh, we went here. I just traded this guy, got him. I sent him back to. I was like, dude, it was like I was at least 10 trades in like an hour before the trade deadline. It was like amazing. Like it was just so much fun to be a part of, and it kind of sucks though because you're like, should I have done that? And then you just trade again, and you just forget about what you just did. But hopefully, I get to experience that again, man, because that was probably the funnest trade deadline ever.
Bro, I'm just hoping that next season people actually want to trade. Like that's all I'm hoping for. I know in fantasy family, I could just hit up and I can hit up Trey. I can hit up anybody. Be like, hey, what's up, man? What we doing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Send some. I mean, but Ant and Trey, they always want to rip you off. That's where I learned it from, Charlie.
My boy, rip off Ant, huh?
Boy, I learned the tricks of the trade from that guy. But nah, I'm telling you, bro, it was so hard to trade. It was so hard to trade anybody.
Yeah.
And then after a while, like my players were just ass, so it was like even worse. But it's all good. Top 10, man. Travis, TJ, George, Mark, then Dallas, and then Pat Firemoose. You got Pat over Darren Waller?
If Darren's healthy, 100%, I think he goes one step above him. But Darren Waller misses a lot of games.
My team was solid. Didn't need to trade, but you made a trade at the deadline and you ruined your team. Do you not remember that? Do you not remember that? Charlie?
Yikes.
Traded away everything for Stephon Diggs. And what happened? What happened?
Sorry, okay. Man. We all make mistakes, man.
We definitely do. He had a fire team, bro, and then he made this trade, and it was just a wrap from there.
Like, I mean, we all make mistakes, man. I benched Miles Sanders. It happens. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Live and you learn.
I mean, neither did Stephon when you needed him to.
Dang, man. Yikes.
Man, I wish I had like Let It Burn play right now. But anyways, back to this, man. Darren Waller or Pat Firemoose?
I'll put Darren Waller above him one. I mean, because I think when Darren Waller is healthy, he could be a really good tight end if he stays healthy all season.
Yeah, and it really depends on what quarterback comes in, right?
That's true.
But I know that uh, Purple Covers is high on Pat. But I still think that you got to put Evan Ingram if he stays in Jacksonville. I think
Yeah.
Evan Ingram goes above Pat.
Yep. I think Evan Ingram's way too low on this list.
Oh yeah, no, at 9, you're
Yeah.
tripping. I think he is at 6 at least. So right after Dallas Goddard.
Yep.
Goddard.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
100.
David Njoku.
Yep.
He's still solid as ever. I think our top 10 is fine. Once we just kick out Kyle Pitts, David at 9, Dalton Schultz at 10. Yeah. You think you think Dawson Knox at 13 is where he needs to be?
Dawson Knox is a solid tight end 2 replacement, man. I feel like he's not a starter to me, man. He has those, like you said, he has those games, man, and then he'll have those games where you just need to get 5 points out of him, and then he just gives you 3. So it's like
he's good, and he's from what I was watching last season. He came around during playoff time.
That in his splits. I think if you look at his splits, I think he plays better on the road or something like that. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is weird. He definitely does play better on the road, but I think he's good at 13.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all right, again, top 10: Travis, TJ, George, Mark, Dallas, Evan Ingram at 6, Pat Fryermuth at 7 still, and then Darren Waller 8, Njoku at 9, and Dalton Schultz at 10, and then Kyle Pitts is somewhere
way down there beneath the snow.
Yeah, man. So that's our fantasy top 10, man. So for wide receivers and tight ends, next week what are we doing? Quarterbacks? Are we gonna do quarterbacks, running backs next week?
Quarterbacks, running backs.
We doing quarterbacks and running backs. What you guys want to see next week? You guys want to see Charlie says that he changes 7 and 8.
That's Darren Waller and
yeah, Pat Fryermuth.
That's what I said. I mean, yeah, if Darren Waller stays healthy and who's throwing him the ball? I mean, if he gets to Aaron Rodgers, then he might move up a little bit higher. So it like you said, like George said, I mean, as of right now, we don't know who's throwing him the football, that's kind of where he's at.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. That's how we have the whole George Kittle and Mark Andrews situation too. Is we don't know what the quarterback situation is looking like. We're just going off of what we know right now in this current moment. It's very early. These are, I should have put very early fantasy rankings.
Way too early fantasy rankings.
Okay? Way too early, bro. Way too early. We're gonna continue. We're gonna do this closer to I would say July maybe is when we who's throwing in Pittsburgh? What you mean who's throwing in Pittsburgh, bro?
Kenny Pickett, man.
Come on, Charlie. Don't do that. Don't do that to Kenny. Don't do that to that guy. That's horrible.
He's solid.
He definitely is. I
don't even think we got a quarterback rostered on the Raiders right now. So.
But yeah, so all right, next week we got quarterbacks and running backs, and we'll go through the top 10. That's gonna be fun for sure. And we're gonna have Ryan back. We might even have and Jose. We're doing that Wednesday night, everybody. Wednesday night. This is your fantasy podcast, fantasy football edition. Will be on Wednesdays, 8 p.m. right here on twitch.tv/TIYF_pod and on youtube.com/TIYFPOD, all one word, bro. We here, we live, we doing this, man. Baseball coming up. We got sports talk coming up, man. We better have fun. Whoever wants to pull up to the sports talk, man, holla at me, hit my cell. We're going to be doing some big things this season, bro. We got a bunch of content coming to you. We got anything else, Mr. Paul?
No, sir, man. Just excited for baseball and go Raiders.
Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody, for This Is Your Fantasy Podcast. This is your boy, Billy F. Gates, a.k.a. Steamin' Billy Beeman. He out.